Okay, we're wrapping up the Halloween title sequence, and I just have to get the rest of my title out here. We did a big job with the Halloween letters, which is pretty cool. You can do that, or try something else. But I also want to show you a couple of other effects. One is like the ghost effect, which we're going to use on Fest, and one is like a kind of a size effect. There's lots of them. One of the things I do know is that if you're using a lot of animations and you try to change the color, I think you get into performance issues, but you could try it. So we could have the kitty change colors and stuff like that, but I'm not going to do that here. And we've been doing a lot of work, so I want to make sure that we kind of wrap it up. So here's what I have, and I'll show you how to do this. Okay, looks like that right now. And there's our Halloween stuff from before, which is still working. Okay. And what I got is I got the fright going and going and going and just getting bigger and bigger and scarier. And then the fest kind of fades in. Okay. Right now I like where they are because the fright kind of comes in there. And then everything's great. And it just sort of does this, and then I can do this until I start the game. And then they get out of here, which is good. Okay. The way I did this was I made an art um, uh, sprite. And what I did for Fright is I actually just painted it. I went like this. I got a huge brush, okay, and then oh yeah, that's pretty big. And then I just painted Fright. I just painted, it was neat, and you could make it more scary if you wanted, okay. It seems good to be scary, right? I don't know. That's not like a lot scary. I actually like this one better, but that's what I did. Okay, so you can see you get like a sprite. Okay, I'm gonna get rid of this one. And then the second one I did was I just went like this, and I got a text. I got text tool, and I just typed, fest. Okay, and I expanded it so it was big, and then I painted some of them. And that's what I did for that one. Okay. And the thing I did is I definitely named the sprites. So one's named Fright and one's named Fast. Okay. And then I made like a little script for them. Okay. And this is basically the script. One, when you change the scene, they're going to hide. So you got to have that. Okay. Two, when I click on the mouse, what I'm going to do is I start them out at a certain spot in the world. Let me show it for right now. Okay. Okay. It's really big right now too. So let me put it to its size. It's really actually humongous. So let me make it just 100%. That's how big it is, okay? And what I did is I figured out where that's a nice place to be. So I set this to be that location. So that's the same location. And what I did then is I set its size to be 0 so you couldn't see it, okay? At that point, I'm going to show it, okay? And then what I did was I just kind of made it like a hardcore loop. There's one that will repeat X amount of times, like which this time is like 10, and I can change that to 100. And then what I did was I just added the size and just made it bigger. So it's growing and growing and growing, but there's a stop on it. That's the thing. I didn't want to totally have it go out of control. And then I stuck in a weight. So I went like this, stuck in a weight. Okay. And it said 0.3. Okay. On top of that, I put in the checkered flag, or on the green flag, and I put in the weight to make sure that the show would show up because we've been having trouble with that. But here's what happens then. So if I do this, see what happens? It goes like what, like that. Okay, and that's kind of cool. It's a good effect, And also, I like how it's just like so big and stuff like that. But it's not too big. It seems good. Okay, and that's really good. Okay. Um, so when we do this, it goes like that. Let's turn that up. Okay, let's go to Fest. Okay, when you go look at Fest, okay, I'm in the script for the Fest. Let's show Fest too. Fest doesn't really, what Fest does is it fades in. So Fest is always the same size, okay? It's a little bit different, okay? So what it's going to do is, when you show it, okay, I go to this spot, okay, which is where I want to be. I would definitely want to be there. Okay. And then what I did is there's a thing called a ghost effect, which does fading. Okay. So if you go and set the ghost effect, let me see the ghost effect here. Set ghost effect. Okay. When you want the ghost effect to be totally on, it'll go like this. Okay, so what it'll do is this will fade this. See how it goes away? And then when I set this to like 80, it'll show up a little bit, right? And then when I go to 20, this will be much more. Okay, so when the ghost effect is 0, it means that there's no fading going on, right? Then it's 100%. So what I did for that, okay, in the beginning what I got to do is I got to get this thing to be totally hidden. So I go like this and ghost effect it. So now it's like gone. Okay, and then I got a little loop, used the repeat, I used 100 again. I was thinking that was a good idea. And then what I do is I just kind of like worked on that effect. So I changed the ghost effect. And there's lots of different ones, like the fisheye effect is sort of cool, and the whirl and pixelate and mosaic and brightness and stuff like that are sort of good. But I was working on the ghost effect because I think these don't have as much trouble with other things operating at the same time. So I like that. Okay, so I want to do what I want to do and not worry about things. So this looks exactly like that. So what it's supposed to do is go like this. Let's see when you're running it. Oh yeah, it's working. It's working. Oh, what I forgot to do is I forgot to change the ghost effect. Okay, so what I really got to do is I got to change it by, I got to go negative with it, right? So whoopee, there it goes. Okay. So here it comes. You can see it like fading up. And mine goes pretty slow because I have all that music and all that kind of stuff, right? But what I wanted to do is I wanted to fade up. And really what we could do is get it to do something else too, but that's okay. That's pretty good. And that's what I did. And then I also made sure that I have this change the scene thing so we can stop it. And there's the final result. So this could get faster here. But it's okay. And what's really cool about what we've done is that when you hit start, it all goes away and we can do whatever we want for the next scene. And that's really the big thing. So see you later, work on your things, and let's get a background for the next class. Bye.